Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. And we'll be back to the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away. And today's starting pitcher, number 31.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. And he's right. He's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Cameron leading things off takes the strike.
0-1.
Left off on this foul. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And through the swing, it's a strikeout. Both is shut up to the dish. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
One out, base is empty. Runners down 0-2 as he swings through.
Two pretty nasty sliders to keep us getting into the 0-2 count. You get there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. That one is absolutely belted. And it one off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Big, and
That's a ball.
pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
George Springer in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next
That's
pitch
ball
misses.
two.
And a count out 2-0.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to a 3-4 hitter extending the inning, put it back to 2 outs.
Big swing and miss.
Yeah, it was good. Great job of setting him up.
We got a full count.
Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And it's second. Boils the 2-strike pitch, and we'll see another. Swings and misses. That K is his third of the game. Back in the Bronx, and today's starter, Max Scherzer.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches, depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Now, Cody Bellinger. Ball one there.
That's inside.
Delivers the pitch in for a strike at 95. Sharp ground, that's through for a base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Let's get the ball by the pitcher. There's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Aaron Judge at the plate. In for a strike.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. With 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
In for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Split it, and that's a strikeout. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Just missed.
Inside.
And at first, one away. That's in there for a strike, and now it's and it's down off. Scherzer to first.
He's good.
Bellinger dives back. That'll move to first.
He's good.
And he's back again.
2 balls, 2
Pitch out,
strikes.
but no action. 2-2 the count. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 Ellington stands at first with one out. And it remains 2-2. Runner takes off. Up towards right center field. O'Grady moving up. Brings it in. Too late. Carlos Stanton to the plate now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Counts 1-0.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Roll to first.
He's in there.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball, that's too high.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it easy.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. We're in the second game of this division series. Now here is Wilyer O'Grady. Right. O'Grady getting the start in right. 25 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Getting a miss as he was out front that time.
That's a ball.
Downstairs. Ball around starting pitchers in the postseason. It's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Swings through that one, it's a strikeout. And now it's Dalton Varsho. And that's in for a strike.
Yeah, I think the starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
There's a swing drop. That one's back there. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 1-0. One down. Next for Toronto. Clark. 1-0. Late there, strike one.
We got fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
One out, bases empty, and a run in here in Game 2 of the NLDS.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
There you go. To 1-2. A check on it to third. Nope, he held back. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Volpe snags it for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. That one finds the zone. We'll go in 1. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Call off foul. Wells makes the catch, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the catcher comes up to him, Austin Wells. Max Scherzer goes to work. Now
Ball 1, no strike.
It's off the inside
That's
corner.
inside.
Now 2-0. Next offering is foul. 2-1 now. Scherzer deals. Swinging a foul straight back. Scherzer gets the punch out, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1.
And that one fouled off.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. There's another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. That will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Nope, that's the ball. 1-0.
Swings through that one for strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Arms extended. Tied him up a little bit. Slightly up, slightly in.
Looks like he wants the signs again. 2 outs, base is empty. Strike 2. And that
Two,
gets into there. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again. The fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
3-2.
It's downstairs and outside.
A really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Back to the mound, he's got it. Tosses the
He's
first,
out.
and the Yanks go quiet. New inning getting started. Now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss at 100
No
miles an
ball,
hour.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So the batting order turns over. Cameron Meisner next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
And there's a foul ball. Three, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Robichaux. 0-1.
Well, 7 straight strikes to start the play. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Swing and a line drive, ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force it into base with 2 balls. First and second, 2 outs. Springer digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Move to second. Bichette is out
Safe.
back in. First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 3. Not close with that one. It's 2-0.
That's ball 3.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this game. 4 pitches. That's an easy walk. I mean, he could have walked me back there, dude. This one wasn't even close.
So they're all loaded up. So up next for Toronto, Wilyer Abreu. Still 1-2. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in for the Yankees, Ken Rice. Max Scherzer back to work. Misses the ball 1. Ground ball to the right side. And it goes
What do you got?
for it. Appeal to 3rd. And yes, see off for that. First out, nice recovery after giving up the homer. Back to the top of the lineup, and here comes Bellinger. That is out of play. And ball 1. Tied up here.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Bellinger hammers one deep to right. Out of here. It's their second home run of the inning. They jump out front. It's 2-1. Nobody on. Here is Aaron Judge. Struck out swinging his first time.
Stadium is a great place for Judge to hit home runs. In fact, his coaches joke and say he can sneeze one out the right. Well, the scary part is it might be true.
Smith makes the grab, 2 down. 2 out, base is empty. Now here is Trent Grisham. Slide to right, his first time.
No, that's low.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here the last half of the 3rd. Swings through that high fastball.
Tries to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers let the ball down and in.
1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Misses, it's a strikeout. start of the fourth. Now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. That one pulled foul.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That's ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Delivers this in for a strike at 95.
Count full.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Action Barton getting ready to hit. 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
High run is a first. Here in game 2 of the NLDS.
1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Ball 2.
2-1.
Ground ball could be 2. Here's 1.
He's out.
And that's all they'll get.
Good outside line and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. His pitch doesn't find the zone.
Count 1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Great approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that elevates. They don't have a better strike.
In the dirt. Here's Andres Jimenez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Strike 1. Blue Jays down a run. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball still 1-2 count. Here goes the runner. Bounce it off. Still 1-2. Barton off the first with 2 away. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. In the dirt. Great play. Back here in New York, Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Scherzer back to work. One out, ball 2. That one's deep.
Homers in 42 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember? Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game, and before that game in the clubhouse, there's a gentleman there who owned a suit company here in downtown Manhattan, and he said to me, "Hey kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow, and I'll give you a free suit."
Jazz Chisholm Jr. will hit next.
56. And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter. Coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me. So I went into the game, I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees playing in New York.
Hauls it in for the out. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Next for New York, Anthony Volpe. He's 0 for 1. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Foul ball.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today,
Ball,
especially
inside.
in the postseason.
Now he steps off to reset. That's out to center field. Varsho brings it in with a nice running grab. We're in the second game of this division series. So now a pinch hitter, Miles Straw.
Well, with this speed, he could really make some things happen leading off.
To go to work.
Ball,
off
that's inside.
The inside edge. Ball 1.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Next over, he's in for a strike. On the ground to the left. A sliding stop to finish. And it keeps it. What a play. Overshift next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. Foul ball. Bichette measures 6 feet even, 190 pounds. And he was a second-round pick in 2016. Yankees leading by 2 to the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Yes. Roddy Jr. stepping to the dish now. He's got the power. Great contact skill. One of the best contact hitters in the game. First pitch misses. And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
2-0.
Next over in there for a strike. And it's 2-1.
Did he go?
After it, tried to hold up. Now look to first. No swing. Held up. Guy Washington with the call there. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Other than ripping one into the gap or blocking one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So
That's
that
a ball.
definitely felt good.
Springer, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swing and a miss. And 1
One ball, one strike.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so clean.
One ball, two
Two
strikes.
outs. This one in the dirt. That was a sneaker, but it missed.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion.
Now that's strike three and the third out. So we take a break. Bottom of the inning. Stepping in for the Yankees, Ken Rice.
For you growing up in New York City, when you're a big sports fan, tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium.
What do you got?
Swing, now would appeal to third. No swing. It's a strikeout. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. On the mound now, Matt Walter.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Inside ball. Ball one.
Ball match
Swing,
outside.
held up. Swing, a high fly ball left field. Makes the grab for the second out. Bellinger up to hit. He's already homered in this game. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Ball one, no strike.
Swings through that one.
1-1.
Nobody on. Last half of the inning, number 5. Just missed.
Great take right there. It shows some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on.
Inside ball 3.
3-1. And it's foul away. Kelly goes down on strikes. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith. One and missed it. It's 0-1. There's the swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And down to center field, Dalton Carson. In there at the knees. Strike 1.
Ball left inside.
That's a really good mistake right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Addison Park next up for the Blue Jays. 0-2 in this one. Out front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0-1.
Through that.
0-2 with the count.
Two-run lead here in Game 2 of the NLDS. Ball one there. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the sixth. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the sixth. Stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Judge comes up empty there.
He's going to have to make sure he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch him.
One ball, one strike.
He doesn't see other guys doing anything. What you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Ball that side.
2-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-ball hitter coming off if he's wrong.
It's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Bernardino. Now the pitch out of the pen here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now here's Trent Grisham. In the first pitch,
outside.
This is for ball one. This is a guy that understands the strike zone. Jet swing went around. Now 1-1. Late time and strike two.
One ball,
Judge
2 strikes.
gets his lead at first with nobody out. Step off throw to first. Judge back in standing. That one the other way. Off down the field. There's one. To Guerrero and they turn two. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. He's already homered here in this one. Swing called strike. 1-1.
One ball, 1 strike.
That's off
Nope,
the mark.
inside,
And
ball
that's
2.
Ball 2. And strike 2.
Got away with one there,
2
but
balls,
he knows
2
he
strikes.
can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Back in the Bronx, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
And he hits the ground ball right side. Swings to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Bunch attempt, but that goes foul. Bases empty, 1 away here in the late stages of Game 2. And that
Inside,
one
ball
hit 97 on the gun. Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a two-bagger.
He was all over that. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Now it's going to be Miles Straw. The tying run at the plate.
That's a ball.
Side low. 1-1.
I got a ball, one
Don't be
strike.
surprised to fall on the ground in the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Puts the corner. It's on even at 2.
There you go.
Swing, appeal to first. Big swing. Still the backfield. Time run at the plate. The swing and a miss. Field with a fastball. Overshift gets a chance to hit. 1 for 3.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
This is
That's out.
outside, and that's ball 1. With the tying run at the plate. Swings through that
I got
one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Gonna count 1-2. That one lifted in the air center field. Bellinger in a full sprint. He's got it. And that's the third out. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now at the plate, Austin Wells. Bernardino back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1
Really
for count.
need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
That
Ball
is-
inside.
And it's a ball and a strike. On the ground, right side. Takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1.
Curve
1-1.
That's it. 1-2. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. We talked about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Anthony Dominguez is checked into the game. He's into the game with the bases empty. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt.
Ball, that's off
the
the plate.
inside edge.
Yeah, we go beyond just fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have the
Ball
range and close holes that
2 balls,
are
no
normally
strike.
there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step footings. Craig, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle with the moves in the fence, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses. And a foul ball at the plate. Does it again. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. in the 8th. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Hamilton in his 3rd season. He features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a 4-seam. Hit in the air, center field. Bellinger under it. Puts it away from the out. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Let the shift on, pitch right into it. That takes care of Springer.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks like.
Smith into the box again. Takes the strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Oh, there's 7 on the mound here in the 8th.
Top threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball in the 8th. Back at Yankee Stadium, leading off, Ben Rice. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Foul ball there. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
2-2 to count.
We'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. The leadoff man aboard. Here is Goldstein. Tried to left his first time. Foul ball. Next offering is foul ball.
One ball,
And a
2
pitch
strikes.
out, but nothing going on. Rice aboard here at first with nobody out. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Popped up. And there's one down. Here's Cody Bellinger. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Strong makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Aaron Judge now. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And now he steps off the rubber. And
Nope,
that misses.
outside.
And that is ball 1. Kickoff move to first.
Hey.
Rice gets back easily. And that's the second disengagement down. Judge waits. And
That's
another
in.
ball.
Ball 2.
Just
Ball.
off
That's
the
inside.
inside edge.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. Just better not listen.
That one finds the zone. And now 3-1. Drilled out to the center field. That one's got a chance. Leap.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Seems the eye level had him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's out.
Goes to first. That completes the strikeout inning over. Back now in the Bronx. All set to start the ninth in this one. Now for the Jays. Dalton Marshall. There's a strike.
Swinging a foul out of play.
One ball.
Almost hit him.
2 strikes. That's ball 2.
3-2.
Really topping off his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Got him swinging. Next for Toronto. Addison Gardner. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Davis Snyder. But the start's under the 1-1. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Yeah, swing and wins.
It might be time to
No
choke
ball,
up a
2
little bit.
strikes.
Get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late.
Swings through that. Eats a strikeout. Too long. So it's their last chance in this one. Carlos Narvaez, the next to hit. There's in for a strike. Down, nobody out. Here in Game 2 of the NLDS. They're into their final stretch.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees salvage Game 2 here at home to even this series.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in.
So singing as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Schaumburg. Talk to you soon.